Hi, this is Dorothy with Scrapbooking, and I've already made the cuts for Project 1 on In Full Bloom, and so I really like that side with all the flowers, so I am going to cut it off instead of putting the other paper on top of it and hiding it. So I'm just going to cut it off, and what I'm going to do is put both of the strips onto a piece of white daisy cardstock. That way I can use the paper that has the flowers and stuff on it for something else. And so I just feel I don't want to waste all those pretty flowers. And so this is what I do if I'm hiding too much pretty stuff. Okay, so what they suggest is making a texture paste, and we're going to color it with the Distressed Oxides peacock feathers. And so I put some of the matte opaque texture paste down on top of several squishes of the peacock feather Distress Oxide on my mat. And I'm just it didn't look like there was very much ink there, but lo and behold, there was a lot of ink, so much so I needed to get more texture paste to lighten it up a little bit. So I'm just kind of squishing this around, and it's great fun to do this. And you want to do it until it's pretty homogeneous. You don't, like gravy, you don't want to have white lumps in your gravy. Well, you don't want that either in your texture paste. So I'm going to put the edge of my craft mat right along where I want the strips from the stencil to go. And so I'm just I would suggest going long ways and not crossways, because those little strips from the stencil can move around if you're going perpendicular to them. So I'm just running, and you can see I put some paper along the bottom edge where there's some dashes and round circles and what have you. So I'm just moving the stencil around to this is really fun to do this. And see, you get a nice straight line. And so I'm going to cover that up anyway with the film strip border from the sticker sheet goes right along there. My dogs are having a fight underneath my desk. So the 4x6 background that has kind of a 1/4 of an inch all around it, that's going to go right there. My goodness. And silly dogs are so distracting. So what I didn't do, first of all, which I normally do, is pop out all of my die cuts. So I'm doing that right now, because I realized I needed all the die cut flowers and leaves to make the big spray that goes on the left-hand side of the picture. So all sorts of pretty flowers and leaves and butterflies on this. And these little strips that have the scalloped edges go above and below the print. And so I'm just going to run that along there with a little edge on the right-hand side. And that's that one's sticking up too much, so it needs to go underneath the picture. And then this little tag is going to go up there, and I'm going to cut it off because quite a bit is going to get hidden underneath the picture. So why not just, perhaps I can use that on another layout. You never know. So you can put the date there. It's a perfect place for the date of when your pictures were taken. And I'm going to put my little butterfly so that there's no stickum underneath him where that would be that would be on top of the picture. So I can slide my picture underneath real easily. And I do that all around, where I keep the adhesive away from where the picture is going to scooch underneath. So look at those gorgeous flowers. I mean, they're beautiful, right? I mean, they look like I've watercolored them, and I didn't. But I mean, they just look so lovely. And same thing with the leaves. The leaves, they're all kind of translucent and just a real light coating. And so I'm kind of placing them around where they go. And I'm just using the picture as my go-by. It's just super, super simple. And we haven't had, I don't remember having die cuts like this before. These are very cool. They're not plastic, and they're sort of like cardstock, but thicker than cardstock. They've got a real stiffness to them, but they're not chipboard. So they're very cool, and they're very, very black. So they really give a strong statement against even the black and white paper. I mean, they're just real inky looking. So anyway, I think they're beautiful. I just think they're really, really lovely, and they really just stand out against all of the busyness of this layout. And so I am putting my Tombow runner on the things that are underneath. So any of the leaves or the smaller flowers are going down with Tombow so they can lay flat. And then the bigger flowers and some of the little flowers are going to get popped up with my foam pieces there. So these pieces come off of a shaker window, what's left over from a shaker window. So they're all getting popped up. So it's always nice, and that's what's nice about the texture paste is it adds texture, it adds 3-dimension to the pages here. So, and that when you're doing that, you're adding interest. So if everything is just flat, it's just flat. But a little dimension, that's a whole different thing. So I am not using my Tombow on these black pieces because they're real fine. So I'm using just liquid, my liquid glue on there. And a cute little butterfly and a cute little flower. It's like the flowers are flying off from their main bouquet here. I really like this layout. And then I'm kind of tucking that one under a little bit. And then the little blue flower is going on top. So, and same thing with these leaves, they're all getting stuck down with the liquid adhesive. So this is really, I mean, it's turning out very, very pretty. And if I can't find something, I always forget to look at my sticker sheet and see if it's on the sticker sheet. So, oh my goodness, that is so pretty. So, and there's that came off the sticker sheet. It's a Good Life. So that is page 1. And now we're going on to the right-hand page. And I am just using that full background paper there and putting the smaller strip of mink and black on the left-hand side there. And these are getting 4x4 prints. And I love the lagoon color. That, I mean, truly, that is one of my favorite colors in our whole Close to My Heart color palette. I mean, we've had it for a long time. As far as I'm concerned, I hope they never take it away. I just absolutely, it's always been one of my favorite colors. There's Ginger talking to us. And so that one goes a 1/2 inch underneath. And then we've got a little journaling card that says noted. That came from one of the die cuts. So very cute, right? I mean, I kind of poo-pooed the die cuts when they first came out, but they're so cool, and it's really kind of nice to not have to do so much cutting. I mean, it used to be one layout would take me hours to do, and I can do several in the same amount of time now with having the die cuts. And so that's, to me, that's kind of cool. But, you know, I mean, some people don't like that. And so, you know, you can make, the thing is, you can use all of our extra, you can get the paper and the sticker sheets, and then you can get a stamp set that's good for scrapbooking, and you can get all the embellishments and use those. and make, you know, your own scrapbooking page. So you don't have to use a kit, but I like using the kits because their designs are really, really, I think they're lovely. And it makes me feel good when I finish with them because I think they're so pretty. So I'm making some more lines, and I'm having fun doing that. Would I do that if I normally was just doing this on my own? I probably wouldn't think to do it. So that's why I like the workshops, just because they kind of push me a little bit to do different techniques. And that's a good thing. Kind of stirs up the brain a little bit. So I'm putting this flower directly over the flower below it for dimension, because it was there, and I think that's how it was supposed to be used. So I'm adding that feather, and it's getting packed under there. I cut it off because I had too much adhesive in the way for me to tuck it under. And there we go. See, there's quite a bit of action on that right-hand side there. And that little saying came down from the bottom. And so it's very, very cute. It goes perfectly right there. And then we've got a little green flower. I have to tell you, I love these black embellishments. Look at how that sticks out. I mean, I think it's amazing that background can be so busy and that black just jumps out. So, anywho, then I'm just kind of looking around and seeing what else am I missing. And that's where the little butterfly came from, and another little butterfly. So, and you can always add more if you want. So this is my layout. Now, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe. And you'll be seeing a lot more of me making stuff. Had to move my camera up a little bit to get the whole thing in. Thanks for watching. Bye. Hi, I'm Dorothy Smith. Thanks for watching my video, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel and learn along with me. Thanks. Bye-bye.